5 a week. And it's not too often that, as a dog trainer, you get to spend time with your own dog actually out. You're always working with somebody else's dogs. Yes, making content for other people. But it's okay. I know what we signed up for and I don't mind it. But on them rare days where you ain't really got nothing else going on, it's considered a off day. That's when I'm gonna spend with my dog. So we got a little boot out here. Oh shit! Come on, dude. Come on, man. Out. You see that he's trying to beat me up already. But we're just gonna do some little obedience stuff with little booter. We're gonna get him some jumps. Out. We're gonna start working on his grip. He don't like to open his mouth on hard bites, no diddy. So we got this hidden sleeve that we're gonna start getting him used to. Yes. And he has to open his mouth and it's a hard bite. And we're also gonna do some jumps with him. I'm gonna try to work on his healing. And the most important thing, and let me know if y'all can hear me on this mic. And the most important thing is I'm gonna see if I can get him to do obedience without barking and making a bunch of noise. So how's everybody on this Friday night? As you see, Boots turned up already. Dang, I forgot my baby bag. Let me go get my baby bag, cause give him some treats too, and give him a little clicker. But how's everybody today? How's everybody's Friday night? Did everybody have a good week? Did you get out? Go. Did all your dreams come true? Did you get your goals? Did you set some goals? Did you work your dog this week? Talk to me. Talk to me. So, gotta get my bait bag, get some treats. And I like using treats because I can get a lot of reps in without him using a lot of energy. And again, I'm not worried about Boot tiring himself out when we're doing stuff like this. Because again, as you see, he's ready to go. We can go run a 5K and he's still gonna be out there working with us. He's still gonna be wanting to do more. As y'all saw the other day when he tore his toenail off, he still had 30 minutes. We had him climbing in trees, doing everything else. So we can just do some fun little obedience stuff, working with the tunnel, with some jumps, nothing crazy. There you go. Hey, no, don't start that barking shit, boy. But can y'all hear me, man? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. At least say something. All right, let's do a little obedience first, pup. Boop, left. Good boy. Free. Yes, sir. I wish he could work like that all the time. He ain't barking yet. He ain't not getting too excited yet. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? All right, Boop. Here. Nope. Back. Down. Yes. Good boy. Boot. Tuck. Yes, and you're quiet. And he's quiet. That is what I cared about most. He's quiet. Make sure y'all like when y'all get in here. Boot is a pretty boy. Make sure y'all like. Tuck. Left. That is beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Free. Good job, pup. See, you could always be like that. You could always be quiet when we work. Nope, we're not doing that yet. Out. Nope. We're not doing that yet, pup. Up. Really, dude? You're supposed to jump over it, not on it. You're supposed to jump over it, not on it. Oh, man. But how's everybody today? Out there in YouTube land. Y'all got any plans for Friday night? He's a good little dog. What up, is it Jesto? Can't even see. Man, I gotta get my eyes checked. But we're gonna start doing some jumps and some tunnels with Boot. We're gonna put this over here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. If y'all like what Boot's doing, let's see. Up, through. No, you found a spare. Come on, try again. Up, through. Yes, up. Communication is the most important thing you can have with your dog in a clear line. What's the dog's name? This Boot, man. Come here, Boot. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Come here. Say hi to the people, Booter. They want to see you. They want to see you. He's like, no, I want to work. You trying to cuddle. I want to work. But this Boot man, Booter, whatever comes to mind at the time. But I think I'm going to put him on the back tie and fuck with him a little bit. Out with the hidden sleeve. Oh, man. He's a fun dog. I like him. Somebody sent me a message. They said, Stan, you used to have a pit bull. You used to have a pit bull with your little blockhead. Now you got a white people dog. I said, yup, I sure do. Relax. Hey. Not yet. So we've been working on getting him used to biting hard. I appreciate it. He is a pretty boy. Getting him to bite a little harder. So I'm going to use this hidden sleeve with him. It's a nice hard bite. Add some distractions. Add some little pressure with him. So, hey, relax, dude. So, as y'all can hear that, that's not a soft bite. That is a hard bite. And he has to open his mouth. And one of the hardest things that it took me with Boot was to get him to open his mouth and stick that bite in the back. So, let's see. Oh. Good boy. And full disclosure, I would not suggest that you work your dog on a hidden sleeve. Boot knows and understands the game, and I've done a lot of stuff with him when he was young, and I don't put a lot of pressure on him because I'm not trying to make him take this serious. I just want him to understand that he can bite on this material, and he doesn't have to be worried. So when he does work with a decoy, he does work with somebody else, he already has it in his mind that he is, or he can do these things. Open, eat. Eat. So you see, he's still not opening all the way. I can get my hand in there. Eat. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Eat. Yes, sir. Good. Good. And I don't want him to take it so serious. Good. Eat. Eat, Bubba. Good boy. Boot out. And like somebody said, Boot got the cleanest out this side of the Mississippi. He's got the cleanest out this side of the Mississippi. It's an Australian Shepherd. He's an Australian Shepherd. Oh my God! Eat! Good boy. Good. There you go. Get in there. Out. See, that's what happens. Your dog always is going to make you look bad. I just said he had to clean out, and then he want to hesitate. He want to wait. Eat. Good boy. Open sesame. Good. Good boy. Good. Yes. Good. Yes, sir. And that's one thing people think when you have a protection dog, they're supposed to be very savage and you're making them aggressive. No, that's a misconception. Good boy. Good. You want to have a dog, Boot, out. You want to have a dog that's competitive. You want to have a dog that can handle pressure. You want to have a dog that can handle stress and being put in situations where they're uncomfortable. But you do not need an aggressive dog. You don't need a dog who's going to be a liability. Because if you don't know what your dog is going to do in these situations, you're going to be held liable. Your dog bites somebody for the wrong reason. The dog doesn't let go. You're going to be held liable in these situations. So you know. So you want a dog down. You want a dog that understands they're waiting for certain cues and not just because a piece of equipment is moving in front of them. But when we go, eat, good boy. Good job, Bubba. Eat, eat. Boot, out. And the thing about it is, the harder the dog has to work, the less likely you're gonna want to out. So he did good, and that's another thing. You got to remember, these dogs, it's like lifting weights. You don't have to. Hey, shut up. They don't want you barking in the mic, brother. Go free. And he goes, runs right over to the tug and gets it. But we don't need these dogs out to just because something's moving in front of them that they should bite. They should be waiting on cues. Nope. Eat. Good job, Bubba. Eat. Good. Good boy. Eat. Good job, Bubba. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, you gonna knock the camera over. He gonna knock the camera over. Let's see. I appreciate it. He is a beautiful dog. No, I would not suggest teaching your own personal dog unless you are a decoy and you understand what's going on. Out. You understand you're teaching. Hey, out. You understand that you're teaching the dog. A lot of people who try to decoy their own dogs, they want them to take it as serious as they would. No. They want them to take it as serious as they would with another decoy or like an agitator or something like that. And your dog's never gonna bite you as hard as they can. And I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting him to bite me as hard as he can. I'm just teaching him to be comfortable with these things. And, you know, if you are a decoy, yeah, you can work your own dog. But if you are not, you don't understand pressure, you don't understand what you're doing with these dogs and how to build them up, I wouldn't, because yes, it would be counterproductive for what you're looking for. But at the same time, a dog like Boot, I had to show him a lot of this stuff is what I wanted him to do, because in the move, man, go somewhere. Go somewhere else. Look at him. And I taught him that he can do these things, he can bite and hold, so then when I did have a good decoy that I trusted to put in front of him, he understood the game, and then he was able to elevate. So no, I don't, it's very often if you ever see me decoying my own dogs, but if I am, it's gonna be teaching him something. Like when I wanted to teach him legs, I started introducing him to legs with me, so he wasn't taking it serious and he was able to focus on what the task was at hand. And just like now, this is a hidden sleeve, it's a harder bite, and I want him to get to that point. And I don't need him taking it super serious and getting a bad habit about getting chewy or uncomfortable in the situation. So that's all I was doing there. But no, do not work your own dogs. And as you saw, I wasn't putting a lot of pressure on him. We were just having fun. It was just a sparring match. So I can come back and do a little bit more. Did a little light more obedience with the boy. Some more tunnel stuff. Let's see. We're going to raise this jump up some Boot. But what other questions do people have? And Boot is a dog that we can take to elementary schools. He's been to New York. He's been, oh man, that's not coming. He ain't ready to jump up. He's been not overseas yet, but he's been to Florida, he's been to New York. And I'm not worried about him, ever biting the wrong person, because he's a social dog and we spend a lot of time building his confidence up. So even if he is unsure about certain situations, he's gonna look to me for guidance versus, biting the wrong person. But at the same time, I think Boot will do what he needs to do in a real situation. So we just raise that jump up. Let's see if he'll pay attention. Boot, up. Oh, you're a bum, dude. You're a bum, go. Hey, up, through, yes. See, and that's the problem with thinking dogs. They think they know what you want from them instead of just following the instructions given the first time. Boot, up, go. Go. Hey, relax. Jump up. Through. Good job. But the level of communication that you have with your dog is going to go a long way. And as you see, We don't need remotes. We don't need any e-collars. Like, we just communicate. And it takes time. And it's not a one-time, you show your dog and they're going to get it. It's not always easy. But if you keep putting in the work, if you keep putting in the reps, you are going to get those things. Oh, I got him a treat, man. I got the treats on deck, bro. We got the treats. We got the full moons. And if you are interested in getting our treats, look in our comment section or in the description and go to that Amazon link. Them full moon treats, them go hard, boy. What up, Wallflower? Yeah, man, double tap the screen. Blessed. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I personally don't need any service skills, but I could teach him things. He knows how to pick up stuff. Up. He could bring it to us if we need it. Go back up. Relax. It's just taking the time to show boot. And like I said at the beginning of this video, a lot of times, if you're a dog trainer, you don't really get to work your own dog because you're always helping other people. And that's fine. I love it. I love assisting and helping other people, man. It's a lot of fun, builds their confidence up, builds the dog's confidence up. But when I get these moments where I can just, have some peace with my own dog, man, I love it. Come here, Boot. Tuck. Nope, tuck. Yeah, you anticipating, bud. Down. Tuck. Hey, you were doing so well without that barking shit, boy. Don't start it now. Left. Nay. Left. Nope. You out of position. What are you doing, dude? Sit. Tuck. Left. Oh, there you go. You're quiet. You are quiet. You get rewarded when you're quiet, dude. Nobody likes a barking, yappy, whiny dog like that. Nobody likes that shit. And if they say they do, they lying. Man, I'm high on life, boy. And then some good old whiskey. Yeah, my boy. Oh, free. Good. A lot of people ask, damn, Stan, how you get that? How you get that speed? How you get that? That's the only time he gets rewarded. If he half-ass, if he goes slow, he doesn't get the reward. And that's one thing people do. They'll reward bad behaviors for their dog. And the first year, realistically, I didn't even give him no boot, no commands. I just rewarded him when he was in positions. So a lot of times, he'll go off of body cues. So like, he understands. He understands these body cues because that is what he was taught on, and he starts paying attention to our body. So even if you don't give the command, the dog understands the action because of what you've done. Because what you've done so many times with him. So everybody's like, words matter. I want to teach my dog this. Words don't matter. If I do the same actions and I say bacon, hey, bacon, he's going to be in that position. And if I say tacos and still do the same action, tacos, now tacos mean to go like this, tacos. But man, a lot of people, you gotta have fun with your dogs. And somebody told me today, they said, Stan, you don't look like a dog trainer because you don't got your training vest on and you not super rigid when you're working with the dog. And I'm like, shit, that's not me, bro. That ain't me. Back. Yes. And that's not me. And I tried it. When we were training with the Danish military guys, like we would have the vest on and I would have the pockets and everything. And I'd come out and try to be robotic and I wasn't having fun. And Rocco would literally look at me and be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? That is not you. And we would be in trials and we'd be competing and I'd be doing it. And then he'd mess up and I'd be like, fuck. And I'd be like, man. And I'd just go back to being me. And then the dog performed 10 times better on America's Top Dog. We were out there. We was out there with, I think there was 100 plus people in the first season. And, they had 15-year vets. They had police out. Yes. They had police officers out there. They had other people who've been training for 15 years. And I was training for 3 years with my $100 dog. And I went out there and I had on some basketball shorts and I had my cowboy boots on. And people was looking at me like, bro, what are you doing? That is crazy. You look weird as hell. And I'm like, well, one, I know I'm finna get in this water because Rocco hates water, but he will follow me. So why am I finna have on jeans or something that now I'm gonna be wet? I'm finna put on some basketball shorts and I'm gonna get in the water. When you are working with your dog, you have to remember your dog is gonna be a reflection. Hey, Bubba. Hey, no, you're not chewing on shit. Out. No. See, you fucked up. You can't be chewing on it. It ain't no chew toy. But you have to remember that you have to work with the dog that you have. And you have to understand that dog's gonna pay attention to your personality. So if you're uptight, if you're very anxious, if you're rigid, if you're stale, that dog's gonna be a reflection of you. But if you're having fun, you're interacting with that dog is gonna showcase that energy as well. So always make sure to just be yourself whenever you're working with the dog. Don't try to be somebody else that you've seen on YouTube. Don't try to be somebody else that you've seen on the internet. Just don't. Find your way to communicate with your dog and do it. And yes, that doesn't mean that you can't take things from other trainers and the way that they move and how their styles and works. Because I've seen other people and I've been like, oh shit, I can do that, but I'm gonna make it my own way. And when you stay in your own lane, it's less traffic and you avoid a lot of the bullshit. Yo, Lil Ozzy. How important is it physical condition for your dog? Man, it's just like anything. The more conditioned you are, the more you're going to be able to do. It's just plain and simple. So when we have these dogs and we're doing working dog stuff, and that's why you see me put my dogs on the treadmill, we'll get out and go run. I'll have them with weighted vests, dragging this, doing this, and I push their limits. I mean, you can even see Boot right now, like, hold on. Boot, relax. Relax. Look at him. His tongue. He a little tired, right? So you'd be like, man, he's tired. He's tired. I don't know why these mics ain't working very well. Here, let's see what it sounds like without the mics. Since we inside, we may not need the mics. But we got Boot, and he's tired, and he's a little gassed right now. But the conditioning matters. The more conditioning is, the more we can do. And then when they get tired, the dog is always going to go back to the way they learned something. So if he learned a sloppy habit, or if he learned something the wrong way, when he's tired, he's going to start reverting back to that. So I like to get my dogs tired and then make them do it right. So conditioning is very, very important in anything that you're doing, because you don't want sloppy behaviors. You don't want the dog. Oh, I don't know why the mic wasn't working. Oh, that's something, boy. Technology is great until it don't work, huh? But yeah, I just reflect everything from my experiences to the dogs. I was an athlete growing up. I conditioned myself. I still condition myself. We still get out, go work, run. I'm on a 1,000-mile journey this year. For whatever reason, I said I'm gonna do 1,000 running miles or walking miles, whatever it is. And it's just I'm not gonna ask my dog to do something that I wouldn't do myself. So when we're out here working, when we're out here training, when the dogs are getting tired, getting pushed, I'm gonna do the same thing. Hey, can you tell about weight pulling? Well, what's your question about weight pulling? The first thing you got to do is get your dog used to the harness. If your dog ain't used to, go do something. If your dog's not used to the harness, you want to make sure you get him used to that first. And then you will get him dragging something like, some people use those thick chains, those tone chains. It gets them used to having noise behind them. And then you transfer over. I like to use those little sleds. You know, you can even get a human sled for like agility stuff, and you can get your dog dragging that. And at first, you'll start them on leash. Oh, that's a good bird. So you'll start them on leash, and then you start there, and then you add a little bit more weight and a little bit more weight. But your dog has to be comfortable with something dragging behind them. That's going to be the most important thing. So you start slow, and then you work your way up. And then you want to assist your dog. When you're training, you want to help. You want your dog to be successful. You want your dog to end on a good note. You don't want them failing. The weighted vest, I mean, it's not necessarily a step for weight pulling, but it will get them for used to using more energy with more weight. But it's not the same thing as them getting used to pulling weight. The main thing is you want to get them used to something dragging behind them. But yeah, it ain't nothing too crazy when you're working with your dog. You want to teach, you want to train, you want to test, so take your time. Break it down to the dog. I got a question on one of my videos the other day about why don't I teach a implied stay command with the dogs? And I'm like, well, eventually it will become an implied stay, but at the very beginning, I want the dog to understand exactly what's expected. So I want them to understand that this is a lane and this is a lane, and this is where the command begins and this is where it is. I got white people dogs, but I don't do white people shit. You ain't licking me in my mouth, boy. That's gross. Yeah, you can have them pull tires, get them used to pulling weight. Yeah, whatever you got, man. And that's the thing. People think you need this. Oh, you need a badass setup. You need this. Man, no. When we went on America's Top Dog, we taught Rocco how to do a lot of stuff with some PVC pipe and some cinder blocks, teaching him how to jump. How did we teach him how to grab the balls? No Diddy that was hanging. I put it on the wall with a string and told him to go bring it. Communication is going to do you way more than having the state-of-the-art facility. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. Having all of the tools and having all of the bells and the whistles, it does make shit a lot easier for sure. But at the end of the day, if the dog understands that jump means jump and bring means bring, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter what they're grabbing. Let's see, what else you want to do, Booter? What else you want to do, little boot? Balls to the wall. So I think this jump can get a little higher. And this is one thing that I like to do. I like to push Boot to see if he can do it. So I think this jump can get a little higher. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Boot. Can you do this? Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Let's see. Let's see. So this, you know, y'all know I'm about 6 foot. So if it's at my waist, it's at least 4 foot, right? That's belly button. So how do they do it in the sports? They'll stand over here. Up! You failed. Try again. See? Down. Sometimes your dog fails. He was being a bum. He was like, I don't have to jump that hard. No. So, what we're going to do, you got to do it again. Yeah, I know you're tired. Yes, he's tired. Slick floor. I don't care. He should be able to do this. He definitely can jump higher than this. I've seen him jump 6 foot if he wants to. So he's just being a bum. So let's see. Oh, I'm not going to blame Boot. Man, this is practice. This is practice. I don't care. And that's the thing. When you have these dogs, you have to develop like a fuck it mentality because they are an animal at the end of the day. Think about yourself. Think about you. Put yourself in it. If you played sports, did you always have a good game? Probably not. There are sometimes you have bad games. There are sometimes you have bad practices. But what you want is to not have very many bad practices. So when you do the good things, you got to mark those behaviors, especially with the dogs, so they start understanding. And the thing is, we want to raise that competition level. We want to make them competitive. So Boots a dog, once he fails at something, he's going to come back. He's going to try a little bit harder. So you ready to do it right this time? Up. Why are you trying to jump from long distance? Why are you trying to jump from so far back? Let's give him a little bit more running room. He's trying to jump like he's LeBron James or something. He's like, come on, man. Hey, relax. So now, see, I'm competitive. I'm like, man, my dog's messed up a couple of times. Like, nope, we got to get it right. But he's trying to jump from like the 3-point line, bro. Like, just dunk, bro. It's easy. Up. That's all you had to do. That's all. And then he go do it on vert. See, you see that? So the shirt, y'all can't see it, but this way it says, don't be a bum. Like, he's being a bum. And if I'd have let him be a bum, then he'd have thought he was like, oh, I could be a bum. No, we're finna keep doing it until you get it. I don't care you're tired. I don't care it's slick floor. I don't care. I know you can do it. I've seen you. We've built you up. It's up. What'd that do? Yeah, why didn't you just do that the first time? And that's the thing. If you allow your dog to be a bum, relax. If you allow your dog to be a bum, they will. I promise you, they will. A dog is never going to work harder than they have to get the desired result. So if I would have stopped, if he would have got his tug, if he would have got a treat, he'd be like, well, shit, I don't got to work that hard. No, bruh. Is it true not to tell your dog no, just redirect? I have different levels of no. So, like, I have a nope, I have a no, and I have a 9. So, nope, to me, for me, when I'm talking to my dogs, it means that wasn't the right thing to do. Figure out something else. No means that's definitely the wrong thing. Don't do that no more. And no means, or 9 means, hey, if you continue to do that, Jesus is coming. So I like communicating with my dogs. I'm not going to correct my dog. So I'm not going to correct him for messing up. Like, oh my God, prong collar, fryer, e-collar, whatever, like, because he failed. Like, no. I'm going to redirect him, make sure he understands how to do it. And say for instance, if he would have not been able to get this, if he would have kept failing, I would have lowered it down, made him successful, gave him a big reward, and then raised it back up. So, because I know he can do it after he gets his mind right. So, but no, I'm not going to correct him for messing up. Do you recommend to build a dog sport bite? For conditioning, I love the slap mill. I mean, it gets demonized by people thinking, oh, you got to be a dog fighter. Oh, get off him. He's an asshole. He is an asshole. Everybody be like, oh, Boo's so cute. No, Boo is an asshole. Out. No. You're a bum, Boo. But one of my favorite things to do with the dogs to build up physical conditioning is going to be the slap mill, man. Because they can dictate how fast they're running. They can dictate how hard they're running. And they control the speed. So if you want that dog to open up, if you want them to be like full speed, they can. I love the slap mill. I mean, good old conditioning, going out and running with your dog is always good as well. Sleds, weight pulling. I put the weighted vest on Boo, and we just do normal activities. So I'll go out, walk him around. I'm cleaning water bowls, whatever, while he's with me, and he just has the weighted vest on, so he starts developing that conditioning. But don't overthink it, man. Just if you were an athlete, just think about what you did. I put the parachute on him. We do sprints. We do long runs. I make sure that he understands that he just has to keep going until the game is finished, man. How do you start teaching him to jump? So you just start with something low. So this is a really good jump here. A little thirsty there. So you just start with something low. So with this jump, you can lower it down so it's like maybe a foot or so off the ground. So that's roughly a foot or so, right? So what I would do in the very beginning is you get something the dog likes, and we use a clicker. So if I want to teach him how to jump, I'll tell him, come here. Maybe up. Nope, I didn't like that one. Up. Good. And the reason why I didn't like that first one, because he touched the jump. Back. Up. Nope. Up. Good. Back. Up. Nope. Why are you being fucking bum? Up. Up. Bro, you finna get corrected now. Back up. Down. Back. Down. Up. And what I'm not doing is rewarding him when he touches it. Down. Up. I don't know why this, see, this is what y'all don't get to see. People don't like showing this part when their dog is being a bum, because it happens. You cannot tell me that your dog has never been a bum when you've had a training session. You cannot tell me that every time you worked with your dog, it was perfect. And if you do say that, you's a motherfucking lie. It happens. Some dog, especially when they get tired, he's like, well, I'm going to take a shortcut. Is this going to work? No, it's not going to work, pup. So, for whatever reason, down, forward, no. For whatever reason, he wants to touch this side here. So what I'm going to do is hype him up a little more. Up! Good. And let him know, no, we don't touch the jumps. Good. And when he does it the right way, he gets a reward. And then, go back to the teaching how to jump, and then once he done it right, then you raise it up a little bit. So now, let's raise it up. And what he was trying to do is he was trying to get the treat out of my hand. So he was trying to use the jump as a platform, thinking he's smart. It's like, nah, bro, that's not smart, man. Hey, come here. Come. No, relax. Up. Good boy. Relax. Up. Good boys. Good job. And then you just keep raising it up, make it higher. But one thing you want to do is always end on a good note. So say your dog failed at 3 feet. You want to go back to like 2.5, make him successful. You don't want to leave the dog on a bad note when you're teaching new things like that. Let's see. Any more little questions? Oh, you should definitely stop your dog before they get bored. Yes, I definitely prefer the slat over a treadmill. Treadmill's a good tool too. If you have a treadmill, get your dog on it. The only thing is, it's gonna be a constant pace and your dog, hey, come on, Boot. Your dog has to stay at that pace. But definitely stop your dog before they get bored. You should always end while your dog wants to do more. So like, even if you're playing tug, I'll tease them up, and then put that tug up while they still want it versus when they go, hey, yeah, you doing too much? No. Yeah, Boo gets you being a little too excited. Nah, you gotta go sit down, Playboy. You gotta go sit down, man. All that come in between your legs stuff. Use your dog's favorite treat. Get them to jump over it. Your dog is getting mean to people in snowman. Is he trying to lunge? Is he trying to bite them? What is he doing? But you should just correct your dog, because your dog shouldn't just be lunging at anybody for no reason. Just because somebody got a ski mask on. But I mean, a lot of the YN ski masks, I'd be like, hey, I'd still be looking twice too. So you can't blame your dog for that. Can't blame your dog, but you definitely want to correct your dog when they're doing the wrong thing if that's not what you want them to do. The different jumps teach it all. So I like using the ones that have holes in it. I like using solid jumps because you want your dog to understand that jump means jump regardless of what it is. You don't want them to get used to only seeing one style of jump. You don't want them to get used to only seeing one style of anything. And that's my problem with like sport dogs and competitions like that. They teach their dogs a pattern. And don't get me wrong, these fucking dogs is trained. Like them dogs is boom, 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 boom. But I've also seen dogs that can train on the field with certain jumps, but you flip that jump backwards and you ask that dog to jump again, and the dog's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do because they've only been taught to do one way. They've only been taught one picture. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're doing, but I live with my dog. I want my dog to be able to do anything in any situation, not just on the training field. Yeah, you got a 10-month-old though. He's still a puppy. So yeah, you got them bum moments. And yeah, Boo has a lot of moments where he's a bum, but it's like, all right, cool. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep raising the bar. We're gonna keep trying. And that's all it is, man. You just gotta keep pushing your dog till they get better. And it's taking Boots 3 years old. It's taking me about go on somewhere. It's taking me about 3 years to get Boots to the point where I'm like, okay, I like him. He still got more work to do. There's still stuff we got to polish up on. There's still more improvement. There's still more work to do. And I'm okay with that because, let's be honest, I mean, I hope I have 12 to 15 plus years with Boot. So with 3 years, I mean, I still got 12 years left. I'm not trying to have a finished dog. There is no such thing as a finished dog. There is no finish line whenever you're working with these dogs, man. There's always going to be something that you can do. Let's see some more of these questions. Let's see some more of these questions. Yeah, and you can learn from every single person that you can interact. I will never, me personally, I will never own a Malinois. I will never have a Mal in my pack. It's something I said from the very beginning, and I'm not going back on my word. But Mals are good dogs, but they're just a dog where you have to have routine, you have to have consistency, and you have to understand what you're getting. You're not getting a couch potato. You're not getting a dog who can just kind of sit and chill. You have to mentally stimulate them. They are really, really, really good dogs. I like working Mals. They're fun, they're quick, they're easy to learn, they're smart as hell, and they're athletic. So you can do some amazing things with them. Just me personally, I personally don't like how they look. I don't like pointy-eared dogs. I like the flopped ears. I like the Aussies now. I'm always gonna have an Australian Shepherd in my pack. But yeah, there's just Mouse, great dogs. It's just not a dog for me. And that's one thing that you got to make sure you understand. You have to get a dog for you. Do not get a dog because you saw somebody else with it or you saw it in a movie or you think it looks cool. If you don't know the research behind the dog or the breeding and the genetics behind that dog, don't get it because you're going to be in for a handful. And then the dogs get put to shelters. The people get bit because they didn't get socialized. And it's a lot of things that go wrong because of the dogs that you pick and you didn't realize that you were actually going to have to work them. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I'm not doing too much tonight. Just a little light night. If you guys have questions, reach out on Instagram, reach out on not Snapchat, reach out on Facebook. Remember, teach, train, test. But as always, just take care of your dog, man.